for watching Ebony Ladies in the DR. I'm your host, Bridget. Bienvenidos a mi canal. Gracias por mirar. So, yeah, it's that time of the year again, a little bit past due for my annual physicals and my mammogram and all of that good stuff, right? So, y'all know I love my healthcare. I have Universal because a lot of people ask me, and I was going to revisit the episode about healthcare and and the health insurance, but once I started doing research, not much has changed with the major carriers. So y'all know I had Humana. We had Humana the first, I don't even think it was a whole year, maybe the first 6 months, and then we switched over and got Universal. I love Universal. The only thing that has gone up in the last 4 years with Universal is the copay for specialists. The regular copay is still 500 pesos or about $10, but for the specialist, it used to be 1,500 pesos. Now it's 2,000 pesos, which is right at $40. And so I was kind of mad at first because, they don't send you any notices. I have never gotten correspondence. We don't get mail, but I've never gotten correspondence from Universal about, any kind of policy changes or healthcare changes or increase in rates, which I thought was crazy. But, so when I got there and I had to pay more than I usually have to pay, y'all know I'm asking, ¿por qué, por qué, por qué? Why? Nobody told me that those prices were going to go up. So, you find out as you go. That's one of the things here about living in a developing country. They don't feel like everything requires an email or a notification or, they just don't feel like you just learn as you go. You find out about it. So, but other than that, everything else was the same. I just had my mammogram done. It was, I think, equivalent to $2.87, my copay. And I had to have some labs done. I twisted my ankle. I had to have an ultrasound done on my ankle. That was, I think, 300 pesos, so like almost $6. So everything else, the sun is wonderful. Everything else has pretty much stayed the same. Am I still happy with my healthcare? Absolutely. I really am. I love my doctors and I appreciate that they are empathetic, and really take the time to listen and try to understand exactly what your problem is. But I have to share something with y'all. My doctor, she put me on blast because I came in, I did my greetings in Spanish, and I started to speak about my symptoms, what was going on with me. This is recently when I had an ear infection. I started to give her as much as I could in Spanish. And then when I realized she spoke English, because she said something in English, then I realized she spoke English, then I started to speak English. And so then she was kind of shady. I mean, not kind of. She was real shady to me. She was like, 4 years? She said, how long have you been here? And I was like, 4 years. It was 4 years January, so almost 5 years. And she was like, and no Spanish. I was like, yes, ma'am. I speak Spanish. It's not fluent. I'm not fluent in Spanish, but I speak Spanish. And for your information, I started the conversation off in Spanish. You turned to English when you realized that I was an American. So that's what hinders me as an American. If you had continued on in Spanish, like you didn't know English, then we still would have been fine. I still would have been able to make her understand what I was trying to say and what my symptoms were. But when people, want to try to cater to you, I guess, they don't realize that they're just handicapping me. And, and we had that conversation. It was all off topic, y'all. We didn't even talk about my ear for a good 20 minutes because I'm telling her this is the primary reason that I'm not fluent in Spanish, is because whenever I go somewhere, people start speaking English because they want to practice their English. I just had a conversation with that guy in Spanish. I want to use all my Spanish. I'm trying to talk and he stops and starts speaking in English. And I asked him in Spanish, why? He said, oh, I just thought you would be more comfortable speaking English. That doesn't help me. Why do you want to make me comfortable? I'm having a good day lounging at the beach. I'm already comfortable. I don't need you to cater to, that language. And so, but she did. She kind of made me feel bad because uh, as a person that's go-getter and like to succeed at my goals, because I did set a goal for 3 years to be fluent in Spanish, and I'm nowhere near that goal. And so I was supposed to go to language school in Santo Domingo. I know this video, y'all, is all over the place. I'm gonna get back to my insurance in just a minute. I was supposed to go to language school in Santo Domingo for a whole month. But then when the language school told me that they didn't have any air, and not that I'm, have to be in the house with air, because we hardly ever use our air, but we have a great breeze. I could just see myself in one of those little tiny dorm room apartments with no circulation and dying of heat. She said it has a ceiling fan. So I said, I'm going to wait till the winter months, like January, February. I'm going to be gone this year, but January, February, and then I plan to come back and maybe go to Santo Domingo for a month for language school. And I feel like if I'm doing nothing but speaking Spanish the whole month, it's going to be 30 hours of, I think it was 30 hours a week of class. Yeah, I think it was like 30 hours a week of class. So for 4 weeks, I think that should help me along. Okay, I know y'all said get back to insurance. Okay, so getting back to the insurance. Universal Insurance is who we have. There is a branch downtown Punta Cana. Y'all know downtown Punta Cana is Jumbo. It's the area where Jumbo is. Now, on occasions, they have a English speaker in there if you're like me and still sometimes want to do your business in English, but I'm not that way anymore. I really can do my business in Spanish. But you would have to go in there and then let them know that you want an English speaking representative, and they will tell you what day or what time that person is going to be in there, and then you can go in there and ask all the questions that you want to. Everybody's situation is different, and I'm learning that everybody has been getting quoted different policies or payments, co-pays and things like that based on their age. And so I didn't know. But so yeah, it is going to be a little bit of a difference. But the other people that told me that they have joined Universal based upon my recommendation are very happy with Universal. Our price differences have been maybe $4 or $5 overall, so not a lot at all. The sun just keeps coming and going. Don't y'all love paradise? But that's it with the healthcare. So I'm not gonna go back and revisit the whole healthcare episode. Just to know that Universal is very inexpensive. For Davin and myself, we pay, I think, not quite $2,000 for the whole year for both of us. And then, like I said, the co-pays are $10 for your general medicine, and then the specialists are 2,000 pesos. And then, like, we have vision, and y'all just got contact lenses, and without the insurance it was gonna be like $700, and I ended up paying like $137. That was for the exam and 6 months soft lenses worth of contacts and the solution, and I'm very happy about it. Who knew that wearing contacts was so difficult? They're easy to take in, hard as hell to take out, but the insurance did cover it, so I was really happy about that. And then the insurance also has dental. Y'all know I love my teeth. So you get, like, I think it's either 2 or 3 free cleansings, 1 deep cleansing, and then two regular cleansings a year. Take advantage of that. And then the copay for the dentist is like $7 or $8, which is like what, 600 or 700 pesos is really cheap. There are a lot of dentists around that take our insurance. I think almost everyone takes Universal, which is a really good thing. There are a couple of pharmacies that don't take Universal, so make sure when you're going in, make sure you show your insurance card first to make sure that they are a company that takes your insurance before they get your prescription and try to charge you an arm and a leg. Okay? But it's always easy to walk away. Don't feel like you're being bullied. That's a whole nother episode for another day. But that was it. That was all I wanted to say about the healthcare, because someone asked me a question about were there a lot of changes to the healthcare. And so just as I started just doing research on Universal, Humana, and just a couple of other ones, I didn't see any real changes. So I'm sticking with Universal, as long as I'm here, and I've been really happy with them. And but that's it for this episode. Of course, as always, if you guys have questions or comments, drop them down below. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button. Y'all say I saying all over me. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share button, and I appreciate you. This is Bridget with Ebony Ladies in the DR, right here every Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day.